All right. I'm gonna go double. I'm gonna go double camera. So I'm gonna just try to break the matrix here. This is me filming me, filming me, filming me. Over there, filming me, filming me, filming me. Because this is important. This is important. I want to let you know that today was the greatest day in the history of trading. I don't want to hear it. I don't care whether you've missed a bull market, a bear market, a crash, a boom, or a bust. Today, with just a little bit of skill, a tiny smidgen of skill, and understanding price action, and understanding the correlations between the volatility products, VWAP, and the market. Today, by far, was the greatest day. And this is not funny. This is not tongue in cheek. This, May 31st, 2024, the greatest day in the history of trading. Because not only did you have a rollover mini crash, and again, I'm using the C word loosely here, mini crash. It's because we went from one massive level to another lower level, broke that lower level, capitulated, rallied back to the breakdown area, broke back above that, consolidated, and then the entire day reversed itself again. So you basically there have been years, my friends, years. There have been years you didn't get this amount of motion in the market. Years have gone by where you haven't seen the kind of volatility that you saw in today. And just knowing a smidgen about price, multiple time frame VWAP, brought to you by Brian Shannon and Anchored VWAP, just a little bit. So when the market's rolling over in a capitulation, I remember like, oh my God, where's it ever going to end? Oh my God, where's there going to be support? The support's right there. 20-day VWAP, 30-day VWAP. We hit it, we overshot by a little bit, and then we came back above it. Once we came back above it, it acted as support. And then the UVXY, who is the Nancy Pelosi I'm buying or selling indicator, UVXY blew the top off at 28 bucks. And at that point, you're not thinking anything. You're thinking, all right, here comes a little tradable rally on the long side. First thing you want to do is probably cover your shorts. Cool. And again, I'm very proud of where I covered my, at one point I was absolutely, I'm still a little flabbergasted right now, so it's hard for me to put all my thoughts together. We were buying, I bought the 450 puts and the 445s this morning because I thought that we were going to go to 445. Now, again, if you buy today's options at the price where you think the stock's going to go, it better go there quickly or you're going to run out of time. So we went pretty much to 447.50. So at 447.50, you got the 445s at 5 or 6 cents. We're selling. We were selling at 12 and 24 and 36 and 50. And then they went to $1. And it's so crazy that you're in an option at a nickel. Now they're $1. It's a 2,000% return. And you're thinking you did something wrong. Because I sold some at like 81 cents. And then I got stopped. I said, you know what? They hit $1. I was like, you know what? I'm going to put the stop right smack dab in the middle at 60. And I got out at 60. And then they went back to $1. And then they went to 120, 150, 180, 210, 220. At one point, these nickel options were at 220. And I'm sitting here going, man, I think I just left about $100,000 on the table. And I said, wouldn't it be sick if this market, maybe this is a capitulation moment. Imagine we rally into the close. And then it starts. And it all starts very innocently. It all starts so innocently with what we call the faux and the show. You break down under a new low and then you come back and then you try to roll over. I know you can't see what I'm showing you, but that blue line. So that's your entire day. See that blue line on the screen? Whatever you're doing in life, stop what you're doing. Because if you're shorting the market, let me just remind you of one thing. I'm a perma bear. I love shorting the stock market. I like making money when most people are losing. That's why I like being bearish. You cannot be bearish in a market that perpetually goes up. The VWAP, and why I say it saved not just my career, it saved my life. My life. I was getting divorced. My kids were leaving me. I was broke and homeless. And then I found VWAP. Because the one thing that does it, as the one thing VWAP does the best, it reminds you, you can't stay short if the stock is breaking back over the VWAP. That's it. You can't fight it. Stop fighting it. And for 10 years, I've been witnessing the same thing. And here we got a market that's breaking freaking down. The UVXY is rallying for 4 days in a row, something we haven't seen in probably 3 years. All hell's breaking loose on a Friday. Nobody likes to see the market going down on a Friday. And then suddenly UVXY blows the top off. And then the market starts to rally. So even if you were sitting there in doubt, this is just a little short covering. This is just a little bit of short covering. This is a little bit of short covering. Yeah. Well, the short covering becomes the buying, and the buying then becomes more short covering, and the short covering becomes the buying, and the buying becomes short. And then you can't stay short. So let me remind you one more time. Shorting is short-lived, and you're going to die. You're going to die. You're going to go broke. So this week might have been it, my friends, my bearish friends. Trust me, as the former Hair Club president and also former Perma Bear president, trust me, shorting over any extended period of time doesn't work. I know you just said, but what about all those pump and dumps? Yes, pump and dump biotech stocks, you can short them all you want. Fake Chinese stocks, yes, you can short them all you want. But you cannot short this market. You cannot short the market. And it is just absolutely incredible. And here's where traders know what I'm talking about right now. My daughter's about to go to her prom. I'm going to go meet a whole bunch of parents that I don't know. And we're going to be schmoozing about, oh, what do you do? What do you do? I feel like biting somebody's fucking head off right now. Because I know all I want to do is just bathe in the day. I want to just tell stories about what we just witnessed now for the next 6 weeks. And I'm going to be surrounded probably with people that will have zero idea. Oh, you're a trader. Oh, yeah, market's doing pretty well. It'll be that basic conversation. And I'll be like, you got no fucking idea. We had a 57,000% return on an option today. 57 times your money. And I thought that was it. You could have had the same trade on the way back up. So once again, these videos I've been making over the last couple of, what's up, YouTube? What's up, hey, man? Hey, what's going on? These videos that I've been talking about, if you go back and watch my videos from this week on YouTube, I don't think I've ever nailed a market as much as I nailed this. And yet, this is the only business where you can make 8 times your money in an afternoon and feel like a failure. Because now that I'm looking at it, I'm taking a step back. If I would have pressed the button twice, cover go long, we're talking about another 30 bagger on the way back up. So, if you watched the video for a couple of weeks ago, I did this video about what you may have missed. The 87 crash to 1992 was pretty crazy. I don't know if anybody was trading that. 92 to 98. And of course, 98 to 2000. And then the crash where I made money I still live off in 2000 to 2001. It was my best year of my life because I was crushing everything in sight, worthless biotechs, worthless internet stocks, the drill, whatever. Crash of 2009. And let's say you just bought every dip along the way, the COVID dip, the crash dip, that dip, and you held to today, like the guy was talking to me. Like I was very excited about shorting in NVIDIA and shorting the Qs yesterday. And the guy's like, oh, what are you getting all excited about? The stock's up 900%. And you're getting all excited about this 15-point pullback? I don't care what the stock did for the last 5 years. And to put it in perspective, and I went and did the math. Okay? So you were implying that you owned NVIDIA from the last 5 years. And let's say you got in at like $40. So you're up 17 times your money. It took you 5 years to get there, homie. It took you 5 years to get there. It took us 3 hours to get there today. You had again, and this is not cherry picking. I could go look at an options chain and say, oh, here and here, here and there, here and there. Oh, this could have done that. These were the trades that we were in. Q short, UVXY long, and then the UVXY itself, when it blew the top off, The $27 puts were $4 cents. They closed at $1.50. The $26 puts, where my friend was like, hey, why don't we buy the $26 puts? I was like, there's no way it's going back on the 26 today. He bought the $26 puts for a penny. He banged them out at 20 cents. They went to 50 cents. That's a 50 bagger. So I don't know how many contracts he bought, but think about it. These were a penny. They would have, if you would have called your broker, they would have paid you to buy this contract. And my buddy's buying. He's like, you know what? If you're right and the market does rally into the close, won't UVXY give it all back? And then some? I'm like, yeah, but probably not under 26. 27s makes sense. He's like, 27s are already at 37. Blah, blah, blah. We went to 25.50 on UVXY. So that's basically 1 cent to 50 cents. That's 50 times your money. If you want to talk about NVIDIA over the last 5 years, who cares? So the next time I make a video and I say, this was the greatest trading day, I'm lying. Because today, May 31st, 2024, I guarantee you might not see a day like this for the rest of the year. You might not see a day like today for the rest of your life. That's how significant it was. And when you're trading price and accept that you don't know what's going to happen, you just react to what is happening, you will be a good trader. Yet, no, let me say a great trader. And I didn't buy the low and sell the high like the internet does, because every internet trader, if you look at everybody's posts, everybody's always buying the low and selling the high. The meat in the middle is where most traders live. And I bought those options at a nickel at 12 cents. I was pretty excited about selling some for over 100% profit. And when they were at 25 cents, we were patting ourselves on the back with the 500% return. And again, like I said, this is the only business where you could make 8 times your money and by the end of the day feel like a complete failure. It is so sick. So have a great weekend. I got to go be with the family right now and try to pretend to have, small talk. Oh, I can't wait till somebody says, hey, how about that weather? Did you just say, how about that weather? I know we don't know each other, but can you please walk away from me? I hate when people say, oh, man, I hate when they talk about the weather. Oh, is it? Yeah, nice weather we've been having. All right, well, my friends, I'm doing a free class tomorrow. If anybody's interested, just email me. It's free. I was going to charge for it. No, it's free now. That's how sick today was, all right? Tomorrow at 12 o'clock, I'm going to go do an hour review. Usually I save this just for my subscribers. Everyone's invited. You want to come and see, I'll show you this trade that we showed, what we did today on the downside and the upside. And do these trades. Because this is the kind of day you didn't know it was going to turn into this day, but when you have the skill, what's that saying about creating your own luck? Luck is education or opportunity meets the education, or it's not that. It's something along those lines. You know what I'm talking about, right? You know what I'm talking about, right? Luck is opportunity meets skill, some shit like that. Well, that was what happened today. I mean, absolutely phenomenal. So now all I care about is my daughter going to prom, making sure she gets home safely, and that I don't have to, show off I don't have to brandish any weapons this weekend. All right, my man, my ladies, my liege, this by far, May 31st, 2024. Who would have thought, right? The number one trading day. I would say over the last, I mean, one of those, there was a COVID day where we were down like 1,800 and we wound up being up 2,000. That was pretty sick. This is basically right there. But I'll say this is the sickest because I was in, that day I was more like a spectator, just crying that the market, we were all going to die from COVID. But just wanted to say, have a great weekend. Have a great weekend. Have a great weekend. Wow. Hope you did well. See you guys. Wow. I will never recover from this day. I might have to I might have to go to therapy. I I am now 100% convinced we are living in a simulated reality. This can't be real. Can't be.